Hey, you, the unbeliever. The prophetess is live right now if you're seeing this, and every Friday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. If you want to check her out, click the link at the top line of the description and go check her out. Let's get it. All right, so I want to react to this video real quick. A motivational speaker, at least that's what it says on his IG profile. A good brother by the name of Ray Daniels. My first time hearing about the brother, but I came across this and I wanted to talk about it because, as you guys know, I've been keeping you abreast of the Dame Dash situation, what he's going through now, his legal woes, as well as we had Dame Dash on maybe 3 years ago. He reached out to us to come onto the platform, and we always held Dame Dash in a high esteem, and we still do. And if you saw my last video about Dame Dash, and I talked about some of the pitfalls of business is me being a businessman myself. So I want to put what Ray Daniels said, because Ray Daniels had a interesting perspective about Jay-Z, or Hove, as we would say, and Dame Dash, and Jay-Z coming to his rescue. I'm gonna play it and listen to my
No,
response.
I'm being honest with you. It kind of makes me lose a little respect for Hove.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I know, I know Memphis Bleak is your man. He went on record saying he'll always be a millionaire, right? Because Memphis Bleak is your man. I get it. Tata is your man. Those are his little mans that he looked out for. Dame was your peer. And to me, if I'm up 2.5 billion, I'm not gonna let somebody who I loved, like they still the godfather of each other kids. Jay can make one phone call and change that man's life. He can make one phone call and help that man, and he won't. And to me, it's like, see, if Dame Dash loses everything, he's totally crushed. He has nothing but his kids and his family. We don't even know, like, at least tap in, like, yo, go stay at my New York house for a minute, get on your feet.
All right, so shout out to Cultural Millennials for the audio or the video, excuse me. There, I want to say, respectfully, brother Daniel, brother Ray, I totally 100% disagree. Now, would I have a problem if Jay-Z swooped in and paid it off? Now, I mentioned in my video yesterday, I said Jay-Z, Dame, excuse me, Jay-Z, Kevin, any of these guys could sign a check overnight and wipe Dame's debts away easily. It wouldn't hurt him at all. However, we got to talk about the thing called loyalty and respect. Let's insert those words into the conversation, because year after year after year, Dame Dash has continued to tell his truth, but he has continued to take shots at Jay-Z. He's continued to drag Jay-Z through the proverbial mud. And this is the part that I don't like about this industry, because I wasn't raised this way. I got a former business partner, a former homie. I don't give a F what happened. It's not blogs or interviewers, it's none of their fucking business what happened. Now, if you want to give generalizations about business, but Dame made it a point to continue to point the finger at Jay-Z, to continue to attack Jay-Z, to continue to throw it up in Kevin Hart and all these people's face. I made you, bruh. You need to come do this for me. No man in their right mind is going to help someone like that unless they just completely passionate and have a great heart. Yes. And to me, it doesn't even matter how much Jay-Z is worth. That's irrelevant. He's worth 2.5. So what? So what? That's the money that he earned. And you have to ask yourself the question, all these men went their separate ways. You mentioned Jay. You mentioned Bleak. Now, Jay-Z, as we see, he kept Bleak close by his side. And yes, he said, as long as I'm alive, you're a millionaire. And even if I die, it's in my will somewhere. So he can just sit back and chill somewhere. But you never heard, Memphis is from the block. You never heard Memphis come at Jay-Z. You heard Beanie, you heard Petey, you heard Oskino, and you heard Dame. You heard all these people at one point. You never heard Freeway say nothing. Chris, Neef. We had Neef on the platform. Shout out to Neef. Nothing. That they continue, and they showed loyalty, this is the man that made it possible. And I'm not saying Dame didn't have a part in it, because when you're a 3-part business owner, in my opinion, you are just as responsible as Jay-Z, for the accumulation of the wealth. However, you want Jay-Z now to come to his aid after he blew mad bread, bruh. He blew mad bread, bruh. Should have stayed in food and beverage. Too much flossing, too much saying flossing. But I gotta divorce them. Hove had to get that childish shit up off him. He already told you what it was, bro. Too much flossing, too much private jet, and it's fine. I get it, bro. Look, none of us have been taught how to do this business thing. When we get money, we splurge. I got Louis here, Louis there. You know what I'm saying? I could show you 5 or 6 Louis bags. Got Louis bags for my girl. Got Louis shoes. Got Louis belts. And look, I'm not lying to you when I say that. Look, Louis, 100% authentic Louis. Leather right here. Louis Vuitton. 4 racks for this joint, bro. This joint right here, 2,300 or something like that. A little pouch joint. But what is it worth now for real? How much can I sell this? And the reason I'm saying that, not the flaws, is that we all make mistakes. But if Dame would have remained, I'm not saying don't tell your truth, but it almost seemed like Dame was blaming Jay-Z, bro, for his current situation. When they had collectively probably over $300 million. They split and took a portion. Biggs did his thing. Hove did his thing. Dame did his thing. You had an opportunity. And I get it. Like, I agree with you, Dame, when you say, oh, you want to plans for Rockefeller, Jay to do this, Jay to do that. I 100% agree with you. Y'all should have stayed together, but it didn't happen that way. You had an opportunity to sever ties, take the bag, right? And multiply that shit. And Dame had multiple opportunities to do so with different business ventures, with movies, with liquor, whatever the case may be. It just so happened that without Jay-Z and Kareem's Biggs Burke, which you don't hear him saying a word either, Dame Dash, right, as to date, he had the network, all that's great. But as far as we know, he hasn't had the same type of success since then. All he had since then was lawsuits, copyright, child support, being sued, being accused of touching on women. Like, wow, nut shit since Jay-Z. That's not Jay-Z's fault. Now, if I was Jay-Z, I would help him. But I'm not Jay-Z. I don't have to. I'm not worth $2.5 billion, bro. I'm not. I'm the type of dude, like, I'm a loyal dude, and it's like at the end of the day, I'm like, bygones be bygones. Look, Dame, bro, I ain't effing with you no more, brother. Here, love you, brother. I still love you from afar, my boy. Here you go. And maybe Jay-Z might do it, or maybe Jay-Z might say, "Fuck Dame," because we see the Haven. We see, yes, Rings, Big Burt, right? The Haven. Excuse me, not even Kareem. The Haven, Dame. Who else? Even Beanie came back to the table and said, "Damn wrong, dog." It's something about someone who is close to you when they have success. You feel like you're kind of entitled to that for some reason. Or if you was even with them for a day or two, or a month, or a year, or 3 or 4 years, you feel like, look, I made him. If it wasn't for me, he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. Lose the entitlement. Jay-Z is special. He was going where he was going regardless. Did he need Dame? Did he need Kareem? Absolutely, at the time. But at a point in time, Jay-Z learned how to maneuver. He learned the business structure. He knew that he was a phenomenal artist. So he said, look, I'm going to go in a different direction. Now, whether Dame liked it or loved it, it happened almost 20-something years ago. Real hustlers, real businessmen would have found a way to make that shit happen. And let's talk about this Kevin Hart and all of these people. Dude, they don't owe you a thing, bro. And that's what we got to understand. Like, if I help somebody 4 years ago, they don't owe me shit. If I help somebody this, help somebody that, they don't owe me. I'm not looking for them for help. It'll be beautiful. It'll be nice. It'll be G shit. It'll be great. I would love it, but I'm not looking for that. As a man, I'm like, yo, I dug this hole. I got to climb myself up out of this shit. I'm not looking for nobody begging. Now, if I do come and ask it, that's a different story. I'm like, dog, I'm fucked up. Can I get this into this, bro? Like, can I get this? But when you burn those bridges, when you're attacking those people, when now you make it a job to go on platforms and get paid $5,000-$10,000 to eat up at Jay-Z, to dig in Jay-Z shit, and they say all this stuff about Jay-Z this and Jay-Z that for years, 10, 15 years, you expect him to help you now? No, I just don't see it. Regardless of what happened, I get it. You could, I don't mind you explaining what happened, but to attack Jay-Z and act like it was his fault for the current situation that you're in, the current things you're going through. Jay-Z could have did this. Kevin could have did this. No, you're a grown-ass man. You're a grown-ass man. These decisions, when you decided to take someone's copywritten material and try to repackage it or resell it, that messed you up. When you decided to do ABC, this is what got you in the position. Jay-Z ain't around. When you decided for whatever reason not to pay your child support, this is what got you in this position. Jay-Z ain't got nothing to do with that. When you decided, whatever you decided, that's the decision. That's the thing we have to learn. Like, even for myself, certain things, if I have employees and they make a mistake, it's on me. I should have had something in place to cover that. So I got to pay the consequence of that action now, because I'm the owner of the business. If you got an employee and your employee does something, let's say you in a salon and your employee burns somebody's hair off, clean off their head, I got to take the brunt because I didn't make sure that employee knew the policies and procedure, knew what the hell they was doing. You feel what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on it. Again, brother, look, brother Ray, if you're more than welcome to come onto the platform and speak. My email's right there at the bottom of the description. No attack on you. I just thought it was a good talking point for me to expound more on the situation. So, continue doing your thing. Like I said, we would love to have you on the platform. My email is ogod@hiphopun.com if you want to come on and talk more about, the conversation. But losing respect for Jay-Z got nothing to do with this shit, bro, in my opinion. But we could talk about it. It's your brother OGod, man. Hey, hit the thumbs up on the video. And if you want to advertise, as well, I'll drop that on the fam real quick. You can hit me up. So what happened is your advertisement, your song, your video, your business, your brand will play right before the video, right before this video turns on. Your brand, your business, your song, your business, your service, your product would play. Your commercial would play right before the video. So we'll get in front of thousands of people, possibly millions of people instantly for a great price. So email me right now, OGOD, you see it, at hiphopun.com. And don't even worry about the rates. The rates is crazy low. I'm telling you right now. And I work with almost all budgets. So hit me up right now, OGOD@hiphopun.com. And don't forget to leave a comment about my commentary and hit the thumbs up on the video, the like on the video. I appreciate y'all. Peace.